Hi, this is Mendel here. I'm talking about Into the Breach, the game by Subset Games, the makers of FTL Faster Than Light. In the description on their website, they say the remnants of human civilization are threatened by gigantic creatures breeding beneath the earth. You must control powerful mechs from the future to hold off this alien threat. Each attempt to save the world presents a new randomly generated challenge in this turn-based strategy game. Into the Breach is a single-player game coming to Windows, Mac and Linux, also not simultaneously. Windows first it is then, and no multiplayer planned. There's no planned release date either. Ben Prunty, FTL's composer, is making original soundtrack for the game. A sample of that can be heard here. And award-winning sound designer and Power Up Audio are heading up the rest of the audio. Not sure about those guys, probably they'll do just fine. Chris Avalon is lending his writing talents and world-building skills to the team as well, which is awesome. Subset Games began development of Into the Breach in the summer of 2014. They are taking the time needed to ensure Into the Breach attains the quality people expect from this sentence. Features: defend the cities. Civilian buildings power your mechs. Defend them from the Vek, which is the alien faction. And watch your fire, so there's some kind of friendly fire maybe. Perfect your strategy. All enemy attacks are telegraphed in a minimalistic turn-based combat. Analyze your opponent's attack and come up with the perfect counter every turn. So no more that any of that real-time pausable gameplay. It's strictly turn-based this time. And how does the analyzing and perfecting counters fit with the randomly generated stuff? How do they balance that? That remains to be seen. Build the ultimate mech. Find powerful new weapons and unique pilots as you battle the Vek infestation across Corporate Nation Islands. So customization being the keyword that is not in here, but that's what they mean, I guess. And you can find new weapons like in FTL, maybe you can buy them, not sure if you can. Unique pilots, so you can mix and match your pilots with your mechs and so on. Another chance: failure is not an option when you are defeated. Send help back through time to save another timeline. So when you get a game over, you can sort of make the next gameplay effort easier, sort of a new game minus. And maybe if you defeat the game without traveling back in time, you get maybe, do I smell an achievement? Okay, so let's take a look at the trailer a little bit at least. So here's the enemies spawning in the city and you got to defend it, protect the city. So here you can immediately see that you can collect some pods in some missions. Also you can see that when you kill enemies you get experience. You can kill them by putting them in water or firing at them. Different ways. You can grab the enemies like this, and that helps if you want to use an attack like this that fires in a line. You get 3 damage to this unit, 2 damage to this unit, 1 damage to this unit, and 1 and 1. So you can see that the dark green squares means this one will get killed, this one will get killed as well, and this one gets only 1 damage out of 3. So here you can see that you get 3 experience for killing enemy with 3 hit points, 2 experience for killing enemy with 2 hit points, and no experience for just firing at an enemy that didn't die. And of course you get the user interface here where you can see your bonus objective: less than 4 mech damage, protect the airfield. So those bonus objectives are something you don't have to do, but you really do want to do them. I'll tell you later why. Also, interestingly, your units only have a few hit points as well as the enemy, so each attack is going to be incredibly important, and you gotta carefully protect your units as well, I guess. Here's another one of those skills or weapons used that pushed it only 2 damage. As you can see here, you push for 2 damage, but then if you push it to a mountain it dies and you get the 3 experience. And here you can sort of throw and aim a boulder at an enemy that does do 2 damage, get 3 XP. It was previously hurt by something else, I guess. Also here another bonus objective, less than 3 crit damage, I guess. And here's another one of those special moves. You get to jump and you make a splash of swords, and there the enemies go to the water again and die. 4 experience points, 2 experience points. I guess you can also probably sort of rotate the effect, so this time it affects here and here, but not here and here. Maybe you can press a button to change so it does it the other way, maybe. So yeah, they don't like water. Here sort of wave is killing them, and you can see also you get 3 and 3 experience, that's 6 total. And I guess because it was environmental damage, it gets divided between your units, so they get 2 each. Of course, experience implying that there's some kind of level ups as well, probably. And here's another thing, you could maybe fire at this unit for 1 damage, but you can also fire at this dam. And here the ground based enemies die, but the flying one does not. Makes sense. And here, let's go back, less than 4 mech damage, bonus objective, okay. So yeah, here you get the power crit failure. I guess you lose the game here, but if you really can go back in time, do it now, and I'll go back in dime while you do that. Okay, so that's Into the Breach trailer. Let's go through some of these screenshots as well while we're at it. So there's 8x8 map, if I'm counting right. Maybe they're all this size, are they different sizes? We don't know. So the main objective, secure the region. Bonus objective, take less than 3 crit damage. If you do that, you get a star. What is the star? It gives you reputation, I think. Protect the coal plant, it gives you power for the power grid, probably. So next mission your buildings will be stronger, maybe. There's a boss character here that gives you the objectives, I guess. Okay, let's take a look at the next one. There you can see these enemies are going to move this way on their next turn. They're going to fire at this, so you can react accordingly. You have your character portrait here. She has a repair skill and a missile thing and a double missiles thing. You get the description box on the bottom corner. Power grid is reduced when buildings are damaged. Yeah. Defend the train, protect the coal plant, protect the time bot. All nice objectives. Enemy routed in 2 turns. I guess that means the enemy loses if they don't destroy the buildings in some turns. But you also have to get the bonus objectives before that timer runs out, I guess. There's an undo move button. I don't know how that works with the kind of hard game that this is. Maybe it's not there on a harder difficulty, maybe. End turn button on the top left, that's a little bit unusual. I would be more accustomed to it being on the bottom right, but that's just me, maybe. There's some kind of options menu here, maybe. Resist chance 50%, so you don't always get damage when you're fired upon, maybe. And here you can see another one of these beam shots being fired. This did 3 damage to this, 2 damage to this, 1 damage to this unit. None of them died, not too great that one. Break buildings out of the ice, 4 still frozen. Yeah, that's cool. Less than 3 crit damage, current damage 0. Okay, so yeah. So these are kind of stuff you don't have to do, but you really want to do them, I guess. Next one, let's just take a look at this. So while there isn't any height differences, you do not have like fire from high ground bonus or anything like that. There's different kinds of terrains. Like here it shows the ground tile has no special effects, but what would this brush thing have? And yeah, so there's different kind of tiles for maybe bonuses sometimes. Kill all enemies before they are routed. So in this mission you get bonus objective if you kill everyone before the time runs out. Protect emergency batteries, protect the time pod. Yeah, pretty straightforward. So yeah, there's an overworld map, and I guess this will work a little bit like the map in FTL as well, so you just choose where to go next and then you battle. Maybe you can attack anything that is next to your green areas, probably. There might be many of these map areas in one game, or there might be just this one, I'm not sure. I hope there's more than one little map like this. Defend the terraform and terraform the grassland back to desert. That's interesting. You can you can do a lot of stuff with the terrain. Protect the coal plant. Yeah. Power available, does that mean like a level up? Maybe? That's a level up, power available. Reputation 2, and this planet thing is 1. Maybe this should have a text description of some kind. What is this? Resources? Or is that the power that's available? Not sure. Anyways, that's it for now. We don't have too much information about this, but we are well teased, I guess, at least. So I'm looking forward to this. I'm hoping I can get some kind of review copy, or maybe get to some kind of beta, maybe pre-order to get to some kind of open beta. I'm just really looking forward to doing something with this, to get to play this like most of you guys probably are. Anyways, I'll be looking at the forums, and thanks for watching this, and have a good one.